Hey everyone, let's talk about some post vice presidential debate polling. So I got this here from CBS. Who won the VP debate? Here's what debate watchers said in CBS New poll. So, in the first and likely only VP debate between Walz and Vance, voters who watched Tuesday night said it was an almost even match, and an overwhelming majority felt the tone of the debate was positive. I agree. Immediately following the debate, CBS News surveyed voters nationwide who reported watching it in order to get their reaction. So, who won the debate? 42% of debate watchers said Vance won the debate, while 41% thought Walz emerged as the winner. 17% called the debate a tie. Debate watchers were a bit more democratic in their party affiliation than voters nationwide. Heading into the debate, Democrats were more enthusiastic about Walz than Republicans were about Vance, perhaps explaining the Democratic lean of tonight's audience. So as you can see, there's a visual of Vance winning by 1 point. There's how 88% said that the tone of the debate was generally positive, 12% said generally negative. Both candidates sounded, quote, reasonable tonight to majorities of debate watchers rather than extreme. So there's that. 74% said Walz sounded reasonable. 65 said Vance sounded reasonable. 26 say Walz sounded extreme. 35 said Vance sounded extreme. And both candidates drew majorities saying they are prepared to be U.S. president should that become necessary. Most partisans felt only their party's VP's nominee is prepared, while most independents said both are. And there's 60% saying Walz is prepared, 55 saying Vance is, 40% saying Walz is not prepared, 45% saying that Vance is. So, yeah, I think that these results are pretty predictable. I think it's understandable that JD Vance would beat Tim Walz by just 1 point in the polls, because although substantively Vance came off a lot more untenable, a lot more questionable. For example, on issues of January 6th, probably on abortion, um, certainly on the issue of whether or not Trump won, on immigration. He was stylistically very good. He came off very sharp. Uh, and you know what? His tone didn't come off as weird at all, or he didn't come off like bumbling or awkward. Not like you would see a clip of him in like the donut shop where he's being really awkward and trying to talk to people, and just coming across like the biggest weirdo on the planet. And Tim Walz was just kind of off his game. He's great in interviews, but I think the difference between him in interviews and him in debates is pretty massive. In that debate, he seemed quite nervous near the beginning, got quite a lot better later on, was able to be aggressive with Vance, and also kind of, I would say, gentlemanly and civil at the same time. So that definitely helped him. But yeah, he definitely seemed like he was less prepared for it than Vance was. He seems like he's just less of a natural debater, even if he's pretty good at making his case. Uh, Vance had the difficult thing to do of defending Trump, and being in the position where he couldn't say that Trump lost the 2020 election. And I sort of don't blame him for not saying it, because he has to appease Trump. But yeah, it's a terrible look for him substantively, but on style, he just did excellent. So yeah, I totally agree. Vance, it would arguably be the winner, but just narrowly. I agree that the tone was positive, uh, and I agree that both of them sounded probably more reasonable than they did extreme, especially compared to someone like Donald Trump. And both of them, but mostly Vance seemed prepared for the debate, and yeah, both of them seemed like they were prepared to be president. I feel like Vance is kind of anticipating that since Trump's really old, but yeah, who knows? Really interesting stuff. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you agree? Are you surprised by these results? Do you think Walz won? Do you think Vance won? I think you can make a case for either one. Both did pretty well. Do you think it was not civil? Do you think it was uncivil? Do you think that this is going to have an effect on the net favorabilities massively going forward? Or do you think it's going to help Trump, help Harris, hurt one of them? I'm really interested to hear, because we are just 2 months and 3 days away from the presidential election, and that is a pretty big deal. So as always, if you like this video, if you found it helpful, interesting, insightful, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to grow this channel up and get more content out there. If you like this video, I really appreciate you helping out. And yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you in the next video.